Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for the 8th round in the 2020 series Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sport. Now we are racing at Fuji International Speedway short for 13 laps, and we're going in to take the first part of having a Group 4 category race. We'll be ready to go. Now, this will might have 2 required tires will be used for today. So this is going to have to take for only a racing soft and medium compound tires will be recommendable, because this will might have a good ways to be ready to go to have my Corvette C7 Group 4 with a blue style livery since the last race on Tokyo Expressway South Inner Loop. Balance of performance regulations will be all set automatically, but this will might have to do our best out there to avoid a 1-minute penalty, so we have to be very careful just to be having a good clean race to be safe. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the race, and let's begin. Round 8 of the 2020 series Manufacturer Series is about to begin, so I hope everybody's about to get ready to go fast to be on Fuji International Speedway, and let's get prepared. Backdoor Galore takes on first place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport, and here's Adrian Guan 2 in second place in the Nissan GTR. W. Wilskers 420 takes on third place in the Ford Mustang Group 4, and here's Dirty Hair in fourth place in the Thai livery of the BMW M4. MM Columbia takes on 5th place in the Hyundai Genesis Group 4. And here's Kilkenny 1225 in 6th place in the Ford Mustang Group 4. Rom Itch 13 takes 7th place in the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. Orios is now taking on 8th place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. And here's myself in 9th place with the UDRS and Sportec livery of the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 4. And here's Knight Rider 83 is going 10th place in the Jaguar F-Type Group 4. ATK Brothers Malcher takes on 11th place in the Ford Mustang Group 4. SC Sieg is now taking on 12th place in the Mazda Intensa Group 4. CRT _ Butchres is now taking 13th place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. And here's Mother 111 takes 14th place in the Lexus RCF Group 4. J Funk 5 is going in to take 15th place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. MSTG FST is going 16th place in the Lamborghini Huracan Group 4. Pepper Madrid 11 takes 17th place. And here's Buddy 22 Blue in 18th place in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4. ATK _ Big Daddy Hop takes 19th place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. And here's Fisterman 89 in last place in the Renault Sport Megane Trophy. I hope this is going to be pretty good out there to get ready to have a nice willing start to be on the long straight course. But this is going to be a very tough one out there to be in turn 1. So make sure this is going to be having the first lap will be ready to go. This is going to be having a nice clean race out there, viewers. This is going to be having a good terrain differences to go onto the downhill and doing the hill climb to be at the first and last corner. So here we go. This one might have 3 seconds on the clock, and we're already in onto the green light for go. So we are underway for having a nice time out there in the round 8 of the 2020 series Manufacturer Series has already begun to be underway. I hope this is going to be taking turn 1 to take some progress out there. This is going to be having some full contact that needs to be avoided. Now that was a very good formation to be on the good lineup out there. So it looks like I got the upper hand, and this is going to be having 8 drivers will be catching up as no time. Take on turn 2 and coming right over onto turn 3 to take on the 90-degree angle. This is going to be having a little bit more ways to stay on the inside Just gonna have to keep a good, maintain the pace, and looks like this is gonna be good to see how Bromwich 13 has to be onto a different position. Going straight onto the inside onto turn 4, and Oreos is now gonna have to be in 8th place to stay on. And looks like Dirty Hair is gonna be taking on in 6th place. And here comes the shortcut circuit, you guys. Besides taking the chicane, this wheel might be going quickly as fast as possible. This is going to be having a one tough corner. We'll be able to drive fast to go on the inside. Taking on that hill climb section of the track, this is going to be going up to proceed onto the final corner. This is going to be having a good way to make a good hard left. Oros is now going to be taking on good position to stay on in 8th place to catch up onto Bromwich 13 in the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. This is going to be doing great out there to be on the inside and full speed up ahead at the end of the first lap. It looks like several drivers will be changed up in the different lanes, but this is going to be doing great to be having a good grueling slipstream out there. Gonna have to keep going, and looks like Backdoor Galore just first stepped in to have a new set of a fastest lap time by 1 minute and 51.734 seconds. So this is going to be having a good time to do some more progress, to be having some good required tires to be out. Oh man, there it goes folks, there you go. Looks like we just got one driver to be spun out at turn 1. I cannot believe it. This is going to be pretty shocking in for it. So if anybody could probably have that replay to be saved at the end of the competition race, this wheel might have the best time out there. So looks like we're about to be continuing on for having a good time to be in this chase. And looks like Backdoor Galore is going in to take the lead. Columbia is going to be taking on 2nd place. So looks like a Canadian driver could probably have his best ways to go on. He could probably reach up onto the top 3 position. And looks like Adrian Guan 2 is going to be on to 3rd place. So this wheel might be doing good out there to see how 2nd and 3rd place driver will be catching up onto the 1st place driver. Since they've been taking on that shortcut circuit on that corner, this is going to be doing great out there to coming right back onto the hill climb section to be reached up at the final turn. Taking some fine oversteering capabilities out there. This is going to be taking some fine struggle for an all-wheel drive. We'll be doing some understeer. There you go. Looks like this is going to be having a good ticket lineup. No penalty effect to be crossing in. This will be A-OK for having a good green light to be confirmed. So that wheel might have Dirty Hair to be in 6th place. BMW could probably have its limits to be catched up onto Mercedes-Benz, while the Porsche has to be taking the good advantage, will be taking the good chase to be on the pursuit for having the next lap will proceed onto the 3rd lap. Going straight back onto turn 1. I hope this is going to be having some good braking point out there. Just going to make sure to keep it exercise caution. And looks like this one might have the 5th place driver. Kilkenny 1225 is now going to be taking on for having the top 5 position. Will be going in to reach up onto the 4th place driver. Going back onto turn 2. This is going to be taking some good open wide space. Will be having a good advantage. And there's a 0.5 second penalty on Kilkenny 1225. That was going to be having ignoring track limits. Just be very careful out there. Just use the apex to be needs to go nearby on the inside. Going way too in, that will be having a result of a 1 second penalty. So it looks like this is going to be good to see how Columbia is now taking the lead since he took the new set of a fastest lap time for only 1 minute and 42.261 seconds. So now he's going in to take on that last turn to be taking on the hill climb. This is going to be a very good extreme battle for having a Group 4 category will be going on, folks. But this is going to be having some struggle lineup after taking the hard left turn. This is going to have to take a good ways to proceed onto the right corner. Take that final turn is going to be the only way to keep it tight squeeze. Now, changing up different lanes for Kilkenny 1225, so it looks like he's slowing down to be quickly as possible. It looks like Knight Rider 83 in the Jaguar F-Type is going in to take 6th place. Moving on to the 4th lap, it's going to be taking a good ways for having a supercharged Group 4 car will be taking the action. So it looks like this is going to be having a good probably race rush to be on for Chevrolet Corvette C7. This is going to be having some few chances to take the inside onto turn 1. But this is going to be a very good Spider-Man themed livery, in the first half, and this one over there on the left was actually Venom, because this is definitely might be very good to see a Marvel themed livery to be in the competition race. Now going in onto the 90-hard angle corner, so this is going to be leads up onto turn 3. Now we're about to be approaching onto turn 4. This is going to have to take a good ways for Dirty Hair to be well defended to be in 5th place. This is going to be taking the best chance for BMW to do a little line of defense by keeping Porsche to stay on in 6th place. And here comes the shortcut corner, you guys. This is going to be taking the braking point. We'll be going in and have that good landing spot to be towards the apex. This is going to be taking the good ways to stay safe on the road surface. Going in onto 7th place for UTRS and Sportech after Kilkenny 1225 passes Knight Rider 83 in the Jaguar F-Type. Ford is going forward to take 8th place to catch up onto Chevrolet before taking on the last corner. It's going to be a little bit good chase out there for having a good 1,000-meter run. Looks like I'm going in to catch up onto Orioles in 6th place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. This is going to be doing great for having a slipstream, taking a few advantages, has to be very patient by the moment. So moving on to the 5th lap, this is going to have to take for only a few chances. We'll be coming right back onto turn 1 before taking the downhill. Better have to make a good braking point. We'll do it correctly. Very good solid lineup by step at the apex after taking turn 1. So going right over onto turn 2 before proceed onto the 90R corner. So it looks like Bromwich 13 has going to be taking a good chance to be on in 4th place. So now he's moving on to 3rd place, viewers. Mercedes-Benz is taking 3rd place, and this is going to be having a one good excellent battle out there, because this is going to be having 3 German car brands will be taking the chase to catch up onto a Nissan GTR. So it looks like Columbia is now in 3rd place. So this Will My Brings Backdoor Galore is coming right back onto the lead, because this is going to be doing great more moments out there. But this is going to be having 3 German car brands will be having a good ways to make a good company. Multiple battles will be coming in, but this is going to have to take for only a hill climb. Will be going extremely in. It looks like this is going to be having Columbia is now coming right back onto 2nd place, and looks like changed up different positions. I cannot believe it, folks. Looks like Adrian Guan 2 is now in 2nd place for having a return comeback inboard. So it looks like Columbia is changing up different lanes. Will be proceed onto the pit stop whenever he's going to be changing ways by having a choice. But that was pretty excellent good out there, folks. That was a pretty good excellent car battle to be in Fuji International Speedway. We'll be moving on to have the next lap to be in lap number 6. Just gonna have to keep going fast out there. Taking turn 1 is going to be pretty tough for only a full car. Will be going in. Gonna have to avoid contact on Dirty Hair. We'll proceed on to 5th place. And looks like Kilkenny 1225 in the Ford Mustang has proceed on to 6th place. This is going to have to take a little bit more harder steps. That 2 American Group 4 cars will be dealing with 3 German Group 4 race cars. Has going to be taking on for only a 90-art angle. Will be going right in. It looks like Adrian Guan 2 is going to be having a little bit more company out there, because this is going to be an oversteer FR party over there to reach up an all-wheel drive. But the Nissan GTR could probably have its limits. Will be back on the rocks to be going in until he reaches up onto Backdoor Galore in 1st place. Coming over on that shortcut corner, this is going to be taking the few ways. We'll be taking hill climb. Gonna have to make sure that the tire pressure is going to be getting a little bit low soon enough. But looks like 4 drivers catching up onto a Nissan GTR is going to be a very good, excellent 5-car battle. We'll be taking on in 2nd place. Just going to make sure that this is going to be having a good inside position onto the final corner. Only few drivers will be going into the pits. This might have a change course. This is going to be having a one good lineup formation whenever they had to take a good ways to be safe and clean. But wait, Dirty Hair is changing the course. Well, looks like he just really wants to keep going. So this one might bring several drivers will be going into the pits, including myself. So I'll be having ways to choose that racing medium compound tires. This will be having a good requirement. We'll be able to be safe for only 1 minute to avoid getting caught in the penalty. Very good less amount of the time for the duration. So this will be continuing on, folks. So this one might have Oros and Dirty Hair will be coming in onto second and third place, while a few other drivers will be coming out in the pits, and several of them will be proceed to the next lap. So this one might have CRT_Bacquez is now coming in to catch up onto Bromwich 13. Another Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport with the Red Bull themed livery on it, so that was going to be a very good awesome out there, because every race we'll be having a good shot out to have a good endorsement with some good fan-made livery variants. Giving the good replicas and fine officials was definitely might be very used for the competition. So this wheel might have to lead up back onto the shortcut corner. This will be having the ways to go on the hill climb. Gonna have to expect a few exercise caution whenever we have to avoid getting caught in the 0.5 second penalty. And there you go, folks. 10th place driver is about to be going in to catch up. And it looks like Knight Rider in the Jaguar F-Type will be going in. Taking on that final corner is going to be taking a one good easy step out there. So it looks like ATK Brother Smolcher in the Ford Mustang has going in to take that good ways to proceed. And here goes Backdoor Galore is now going in to take the pit stop. This one might be having the time to use the racing medium compound tires. Several drivers going into the pits while we will proceed to move forward. And that will might bring us up onto PP Madrid 11 will be taking the lead. And that will bring Backdoor Galore will be coming into second place. The spectators are really enjoying this by having a lot of good car lineup to be having a good chase. So I hope this will might be given a good time to be in 8th place, viewers. Gonna have to keep up the pace for UTRS and Sportec in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 4. This will be having a good fine blue color will be taking the action. Gonna have to reach up onto Bromwich 13 in the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG to be pressed on to take 7th place. So this will might have ATK Brother Smolcher is going right in to catch up onto Knight Rider in 5th place. Ford Mustang is taking the chase to catch up onto a Jaguar F-Type with a Marvel themed livery with Spider-Man and Venom on it. But this is going to be a very good superheroic for taking the time to be in Fuji International Speedway for a British Group 4 race car. Going over to coming back onto the hill climb section of the track. This is going to get a little bit more extremely turns to be handled. Take that inside of the apex, and this will go straight right in. And there goes Adrian 1-2 is coming right back onto 3rd place. The Nissan GTR is going right in to take the action. It looks like I just barely almost took the contact from Oros in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. And there it goes again. This one might have some few drivers will be going into the pits for only one time for use. Moving on to the 9th lap. Only 4 more to go, folks. This is going to be a one good, pretty easy race out there. Just try to do the best limits and be very exercise caution to be very careful. And oh man, I cannot believe it. I was so close. One of the opponents almost tried to hit me, and looks like Kilkenny 1225 was doing this, but he's just going to have to try to keep very more careful, because turn 1 is going to be a very obstacle course that we're just going to need to take a few steps to be very more careful. So now dropping down onto 8th place. Still got a lot more way to go for InSport Tech. Will be trying to keep their limits up. Just gonna have to keep it up on Oros to see how he can do it. Trying to reach up onto a Ford Mustang for the Porsche to be in 7th place to catch up onto the Mercedes-Benz. It looks like Knight Rider 83 is now coming in onto 3rd place. Looks like this is going to be having... There you go. So looks like this is going to be having a 2nd place driver to be moved on for it, folks. Knight Rider has been moved on from 3rd place to take 2nd place. I hope he can probably do it to keep going to reach up onto Backdoor Galore. And looks like this is going to be having the unexpected contact out there. Dirty Hair just put me in by having a 2-second penalty. This will might be having a ways to use the hazard lights to be forced to slow down to decelerate. Gonna have to make sure, try not to make any mistakes out there when we're on the hill climb. Getting crossed in onto the penalty line. So looks like this one might have SC Sig is now coming in onto 10th place. Oros is now going to be taking on the pit stop. So this one might have a racing soft compound tires to be going in to replace with the racing medium. Penalty effect will be worn off. So moving on to the 10th lap. Only 3 more to go, folks. Just going to make a good hard ride onto turn 1. Gonna have to keep expected contact out there. So looks like this one might have 2 Ford Mustang will be coming right in onto the side. Make that turn 2. Okay, looks like with Skiller for 20 and ATK Butter Smolger is now going in. Now this is going to be a very good dual company in a different livery style, folks. I bet he can probably have to do best ways to keep it up. That definitely might be the only expertise for only a Ford Mustang could probably handle with a Chevy Corvette. Still got a lot more ways to go to have a nice rivalry race besides the Dodge Viper Crew 4. It's going to be having 2 Mustangs versus 1 Chevy Corvette C7 will be taking the action. Almost there, just going to have to take that inside turn to be a little bit more careful. Will Skiller 420 is going to have a ways to catch up onto ATK Brother Smolger, but this will leads up onto the final corner. Almost there, just going to make that good hard right. And looks like this one might bring another company. Mazda Atenza is taking on 10th place, it's SC Sieg. So this is going to be having the 12th place driver, CRT_F Fortress is now going to be taking that chase in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. So looks like this one might be having a blinking light signal will be coming in. 2 more laps to go. This race will be over soon, folks. This has to be doing perfectly for doing the best tries out there. This is going to be having some good motivation. Almost there. This is going to be having a good way to take on turn 2 once again. Very safe call. Now coming in onto turn 3 to be making a good freestyle right turn. Just keep it a little bit well maintain the pace. So it looks like this is going to be having a good time out there to see how Bromwich 13 is going up onto 2nd place. He can do his best out there, and it looks like Colombi is now going in to take the chase to reach up onto 3rd place. So this is going to be doing great to see how Backdoor Galore is doing his best time out there, taking the total gap distance for only 16.3 seconds when I'm in 11th place. Struggles will be having the best time for only a racer could probably going in to take the track for only a Group 4 category. Drivetrain differences will be made for only a F-bar or an MR could probably have a good ways to be well potentialized to be needs to take a good directional lines to be keep it going. Coming in onto the long straight, so it looks like this one might have Mazda and Porsche will be coming in to catch up onto the very first Ford Mustang. So this is going to be having a different livery. So just going to make sure to see how a 9th place driver could probably handling with 2 car brands will be moving on to the 12th lap. 1 more to go, folks. This is going to be going great. Coming right in onto turn 1. So this is going to be having the outside for 10th place. Ford could probably have a good time to deal with Mazda, but this is going to be having a little bit side by side before taking on turn 2. This is going to be a little bit more closer out there. We'll be having some open space. And then looks like I'm coming in to take the ways to catch up for only 3 drivers, but this is going to be having a little hard time onto the 3rd corner. This is going to be having a little risk. Turn 4, we'll be doing the best saving point. So now going in onto 11th place. Now to deal with the Ford Mustang and the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport in 9th and 10th place. So this is going to be having a good precision to see how they can do it. taking on that shortcut. There you go. That's the very good ticket. And then UTRS Sport Tech will be doing the hill climb. Now, nice final corner by Backdoor Galore. So this will be taking the full stretch to be reached up onto the final lap. This race will be clearly over soon out there, viewers. This is going to be having a one fast competition race whenever they can probably take that good upper hand out there. So it looks like the final lap has already begun, and this will might have the second place driver Hyperion-Blue-GT 2 in the Nissan GTR will be taking it on the best silver position. So it looks like this is going to be having the best final battle out there. It's Nissan versus Mercedes-Benz will be taking the battle for second place. It looks like this one might have an extra company. BMW will be storming in to take the one-on-one battle. But this is going to be having a one excited racing free-for-all out there. Just going to try to keep doing the best limits. But this is going to be having a good conclusion battle out there, while Backdoor Galore is going in for having a good free run distance whenever he's going to be taking home the podium. Kilkenny 1225 is now storming in onto third place. That one might brings Ford will be joining the final battle. This is going to be having a good time to reach up onto second place. Hyperion-Blue-GT 2 is in the third place in the Nissan GTR. This is going to be having a good time to be in onto turn 5. We'll be doing the shortcut corner. Backdoor Galore is taking on the final hill climb whenever he has to do his best limits out there. And even I could probably have to deal with two drivers specifically to be dealing with some fine shortcut corners. We'll be coming right in. This is going to be having a good few distance chance out there to keep it well guarded to be in 10th place for myself. Taking on that final stretch out there, folks. Looks like Backdoor Galore is going in to take home the finish line. This is going to be very good out there. This is going to be pretty good. And looks like Kilkenny 1225 is about to be taking its last chance. Everybody is going in to take the rush, and it looks like there he goes, folks. There you go. Backdoor Galore has finally made it in first place in round 8 of the 2020 series manufactured series. It was a pretty awesome extreme high-speed rush out there in Fuji International Speedway. What in the most excited race ever out there, viewers. So looks like Kilkenny 1225 has successfully did in second place. Hyperion-Blue-GT 2 in the Nissan GTR has did a third place finish. But this is going to be a pretty good awesome race out there for Porsche will be taking home the podium. Backdoor Galore successfully won first place. So several drivers will be taking on some red dots by a mistake on the penalty. So it looks like this is going to be having 20 cars to be having a good time, but make it 19, but only one driver to be left the lobby. What in the most serious epic race out there to see how everybody could probably reach up to take on the second place finish. Very good ways to have Chevrolet will be doing the fastest driver to be in 10th place finish. This will be having some good earning summaries, but I cannot believe it how everybody did a lot of good pressure out there for will be doing the best limits. It was a very good result outcome out there, viewers. And even for Backdoor Galore, he is going in on a high road, will be taking first place for the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport 2016. Kilkenny 1225 has did pretty good job out there with his Ford Mustang Group 4. And for Hyperion-Blue-GT 2, the Nissan GTR has did a pretty good job out there. Will be taking the third place finish. So this one might be having a good ways to see how the top 3 drivers will be having a good time to congratulate them for the win. Okay, let's see. Kilkenny 1225, and there you go. They did a pretty good job out there, folks. So looks like this one might be ready to go to move on for the next weekend, because it's going to be a very good time out there. We'll be doing a best ways to take on the Saturday event. So luckily, Backdoor Galore is thanking me for having a good response, for having his best win. We did good out there in Fuji International Speedway short for the first part. So only 2 more rounds left, but this is going to be having the first part of the Group 4 category we'll be doing in round 8. Round 9 is coming up for the next race. It's going to be at Autodrome Lago Maggiore Grand Prix for the second part. But there is going to be changes around for having the next update. We'll be bringing out is the Mazda RX Vision GT3 concept. Alright folks, I hope you really enjoyed watching the race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Livery blog videos are available to watch anytime you want. This will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with liveries I haven't made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing in the 2020 series manufactured series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.